Welcome to our video on neurons and their functions. Neurons are the fundamental units of the nervous system, responsible for transmitting signals throughout the body. Let's explore the different aspects of neurotransmission, synaptic physiology, and the types of nerves involved. Classic neurotransmission involves the rapid passing of signals to a postsynaptic neuron through ionotropic receptors, leading to immediate effects. Neuromodulatory transmission, on the other hand, is mediated by metabotropic receptors, resulting in longer-lasting and modulatory effects on the postsynaptic neuron. The effects on postsynaptic neurons can be excitatory or inhibitory. Excitatory transmission causes depolarization of the postsynaptic neuron, bringing it closer to the threshold for firing an action potential. Inhibitory transmission causes hyperpolarization, moving the membrane potential further from the threshold and reducing the likelihood of an action potential. There are two primary mechanisms of transmission: electrical and chemical. Electrical transmission involves the direct flow of ions between cells, allowing for rapid and bidirectional communication. Chemical transmission involves the release of neurotransmitters from the presynaptic neuron, which then bind to receptors on the postsynaptic neuron. In a chemical synapse, transmission occurs in 5 steps: synthesis of the neurotransmitter, storage of the neurotransmitter in vesicles, release of the neurotransmitter into the synaptic cleft, binding of the neurotransmitter to receptors on the postsynaptic membrane, removal or breakdown of the neurotransmitter by enzymes such as acetylcholinesterase. A chemical synapse involves the conversion of an electrical signal to a chemical signal in the presynaptic neuron, which then converts back to an electrical signal in the postsynaptic neuron. This process allows for complex modulation of neural signals. Electrical synapses are bidirectional, meaning signals can travel in both directions. When a presynaptic action potential propagates to the postsynaptic cell, the membrane potential of the postsynaptic cell simultaneously affects the presynaptic cell. The physiology of a synapse depends on its type. There are 2 main types: electrical and chemical synapses. Each type has distinct mechanisms and functions within the nervous system. Nerve fibers can be classified into different types based on their diameter, myelination, and conduction velocity. Type A nerves have a large diameter, high conduction velocity, and are myelinated. They include alpha nerves, which are primary receptors of the muscle spindle; beta nerves, which are secondary receptors of the muscle spindle; delta nerves, which have free nerve endings and conduct pain stimuli related to pressure and temperature; gamma nerves, which are motor neurons controlling the intrinsic activation of the muscle spindle. Type B nerves are myelinated, have a small diameter, and a low conduction velocity. They transmit autonomic information. Type C nerves are unmyelinated, have a small diameter and a low conduction velocity. They contribute to the detection of painful stimuli and carry slow, longer-lasting pain sensations. The propagation of action potentials along a nerve does not decrease with distance, because action potentials are conducted without decrement. This is because they are regenerated along the membrane, known as a regenerative response. Excitation refers to the act of irritation or stimulation of a cell. Excitability is the property of a cell that enables it to react to irritation and stimulation, such as the ability of a nerve or muscle cell to respond to electrical stimulation. Ionic mechanisms of action potentials involve the opening of voltage-gated sodium ion channels on the axon hillock and across the axon. An action potential is a rapid sequence of changes in the voltage across a membrane, generated by the opening of these channels. Electronic potentials are produced by electrical current flow that is not associated with the opening or closing of new membrane channels. They help move the membrane potential towards the action potential threshold. Understanding these mechanisms is crucial for grasping how neurons communicate and respond to stimuli, ensuring proper nervous system function. Thank you for watching this video on neurons and their functions. Stay tuned for more educational content on neurophysiology and cellular mechanisms.